Good afternoon, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to the boomers that are tuning into this live broadcast. We're preheating the crypto oven right now. We are live. I need you guys caressing and touching those buttons. Make sure you're buttoning it up out there. Shout out to Meat Truck, Beans and Rice, and the rest of the platoon soldiers that are pouring into the population of the chat box. Make sure you hit the buttons for me, guys. Like, subscribe, all that. Indeed. Welcome. Good afternoon to the boomers. Guys, today we're talking about swapping altcoins. It's a bloodbath out there for the alts. And as I discussed yesterday during our live stream, I think it could be an opportunity to pick up some of your favorite altcoins out there, boomers. So I'm considering swapping out some of the altcoins in the crypto community portfolio that are not performing well. I wanted to discuss that and doing it as a community. You know, we've been managing a virtual portfolio out here for a while, and we're up, but there's some coins in there that I think it's time to swap out for others. Shout out to Susha, shout out to Meat Truck, Beans and Rice, and the rest of the boomers. We'll be checking out the price here of Bitcoin, running down the CMC, making sure things are looking healthy. Although things are retracting a bit out there, it looks like Bitcoin could still be healthy. Shout out to Susha and the rest of the boomers. Let me go ahead and turn off these coins, display my screen out here, guys, and check out the current mathematics over there on CoinMarketCap. We got 317 billion on the market cap on the bags worldwide. We got Bitcoin dominance increasing to 65.6%. Everybody's moving into Bitcoin. They're dumping the altcoins, and this is the reason why I think there may be an opportunity sooner than later. You got Bitcoin there at 11.7, down 5%, still looking good. We'll go over some remarks that Tom Lee at a Fundstrat said here about the price of Bitcoin that I do agree with. Ether is down. Ripple is down as trash bags. Ether there at 273. I was talking about Maker and the collateralized debt positions, generating DAI and perhaps picking up some other tokens. Today we're going to be talking about some of those altcoins that we've been on focus here with our sniper hairs of the crosshairs of our sniper scope. We talked about that a few days ago, and we may pick up some of those coins. Litecoin there at 102. Litecoin getting smashed out there. Litecoin is getting smashed. Is this the end of Litecoin? Did it pump? Did it reach the top at 150 there in anticipation for the halvening, or what's going on? Let there be light, because you know I'm holding this bag. We got Bitcoin Cash there at 349. EOS at 471. EOS is taking a hit as well. Binance there at $29. It's a bloodbath for the altcoins today. Satoshi Vision's a garbage bag. Tron there at number 10 at 2 cents. Stellar at 8 cents. Cardano slipped to number 12. Monero at 92. Leo at 153. Dash at 143. Which ones are the big winners today? Let's see here. Japan content, I don't know anything about it. Coin, and then crypto.com chain. Don't act like Champagne hasn't been telling you guys about crypto.com chain, guys. Okay, this is one that I've been considering since it was like about 5 or 6 cents, and it's booming today. It is booming like no other. We have the losers there: QTIM, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, Solve, Tron, IOST. Looks like there's not that many out your mind deals today, but well, you know what? On the other hand, is that there's so many in the red. You could see coins like Raven Coin, maybe a good deal, Decred, and others. But the coins that I'm considering today are here on the screen, and it's specifically Chainlink, Maker, and CRO. CRO is up, so I'm a little questioning whether we should jump into it. But there's other tokens here like Link and Maker that we've been talking about all week that I'm really attracted to. But first, let's talk about what Tom Lee said about the price of Bitcoin. Fundstrat's Tom Lee insists that minor Bitcoin price drops shouldn't bother you. And I agree. These little dip, dives, and slides as we go over 12K, back to 11K, the volatility above 10K is good, and it shouldn't bother you either. Okay? An analyst suggests his reason why Bitcoin most recent rally hit a sudden snag. Tom Lee, the founder of Fundstrat, is clearly not concerned by Bitcoin's recent downturn. In his latest tweet, Lee claims that the painful $2,000 is invisible on the weekly time frame. He's tweeting here. You can see it on the screen. Important to step back and focus on the bigger picture and long-term time frames on Bitcoin and Bitcoin USD. Painful 2K dropped in the past day, partially due to the Fed, Mr. Powell's comment, and then Facebook Libra drop invisible on weekly time frame. He says crypto winter is over. There you go. There you go. Lucian's here. Mark D's here. Coin Collector's here. Niagara Gardener's here. Zenyatta is here. And the rest of the boomers. Make sure you read this article. And I agree. I don't think that any of these little dips, dive, and slides, even a 2K pullback, being that we're above 10K is good, guys. I'll be honest with you. And if you've been tuning in to the champ, I always thought that we would close below 10K by the end of this year. So being that we're above it, and it seems like we're going to stay above it, I think we're in the midst of a baby bull run, like the little calf there on the bottom right. Ask Tom Leaf, the last drop from 20K to 3K should bother you. I don't know. You ask him. It didn't bother me. I held the bag, so it didn't bother me, and I knew it was going to come back up. Dow is now at an all-time high. And that's what I said on Monday. I said, expect that, guys. Expect the Fed to drop rates later this month. Expect the stocks to continue to be pumped there. And, expect the banks to continue to look funny bunny. Look what happened with Deutsche Bank, with JP Morgan, and Morgan Stanley said this weekend. How about JP Morgan getting caught up there with a bunch of drugs on the boat? How about that, guys? That's looking funny bunny as well. Norm's here. He says, no limit coin is stronger than ever. Fantasy sports, no rake poker, great things down the pipeline. It's funny you bring that up, Norm. No limit coin was one that was often thrown around a few years ago. I haven't heard anybody talk about no limit. It seems like 2 years. I'm not, it's surprising that you're even talking about it. I thought that was dead. So, I'll keep an ear open. Lucky Lewis says anything about above 10K is cool with me. And I agree. Anything above 10K is cool with me as well. Let's talk about what Barry Silbert said. Altcoins on the verge of a bullish rally, says the head of digital currency groups. Why he explains why altcoins are well positioned for a rally. And this is what we talked about yesterday. The head of digital currency group, Barry Silbert, believes large cap altcoins will play catch up with Bitcoin sometime soon. The expert noted that altcoins had appreciated significantly in a recent month. However, they still lag behind, starting to feel like it's time for the quality. Okay, that's key word there. Quality altcoins to begin catching up with Bitcoin. I think the bottom is in, he said. I don't know if the bottom is in just yet, but it feels like we're getting closer to the altcoin bottom here, okay? Where those quality altcoins could begin to follow in the wake of Bitcoin. And that's why I'm considering swapping out some of the underperformers in our virtual community portfolio today to better altcoins. And specifically those altcoins that we have identified on our watch list this week, if you've been tuning in. Shout out to Zilla. Do you believe Epstein's arrest is rocking the market some? I don't know. As far as the legacy markets, they're moving upwards. As far as the markets, they're up. They're on the up and up. So I don't know if they're rocking them. It definitely doesn't seem to be. It's all-time highs for the markets. And I think that's why the cryptos, they're not necessarily pumping as much as they could be. Truck's talking about the Lolita Express. Yeah, I guess that's a whole nother stream as far as Epstein and what's going on with the conspiracies out there. It's funny that QAnon did post about that about 3-4 months ago, showed the pictures or whatnot. But I'm not concerned with that at the moment. I don't think that's the topic at hand. Shoot them baby bears. That's right. We're focused on altcoins out here. There you go. Shout out to Beans and Rice. This is what this gentleman over here, Barry Silbert, saying that the altcoins may be on the verge of a bullish rally. And you know what? I tend to agree out here. I tend to agree. Let's look at our community portfolio and see which tokens we may consider swapping out. Which ones are the underperformers? because I've been mentioning it now for a few weeks. Some of the coins I'm not feeling anymore on that portfolio. If you've been tuning in, we started this portfolio with 10K virtual cash. It's not real. We're handling it as it was real. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. Right now, the bag's worth 26 grand, almost 27 grand. And you can see the tokens that we're holding here. Let me line them up. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Binance, Cardano, Monero, Theta, Chainlink. No, Chainlink we don't have in here. Let me. Monero, Theta, Ontology, Wax, 0x, and Decentraland. So let me go ahead and back it up. It's worth $26,134 right now. I don't know how Chainlink got in there. That was my mistake. I'm definitely considering putting Chainlink in there, though. I think 2020 will be the boom year for VR and AR and crypto, VibeHub and Spective. Yeah, I've talked about VibeHub, Norm. I've actually mentioned that a few times. And talking about gaming tokens or whatnot, and augmented reality VR. That's why I'm holding this mana here in this this portfolio. You can see a little bit of mana. It's just a small little baggie there, but it's one that I've identified as it's a possible token. That's why I'm also holding Wax here. Although I think I'm thinking of getting out of it. You could see some of the underperformers here are specifically Ontology and Wax, and this Decentraland. So today, I'm really thinking about dumping this Ontology bag. It's down 23% in the 7 days, and I'm not excited about Ontology. I really, I don't know much about it lately, so I think I'm going to dump this bag and maybe swap it out. I'm considering Link, Maker, Huobi, Crypto.com, and others. Maker seems like a good pickup. Yeah, and we've been talking about it this week. It definitely seems like a good pickup. Focus on project, not the price, is a good strategy. Absolutely. And, I think that we've done that with all the coins that we're holding for the most part. That's why I have these gaming tokens. But, I don't know if I want to hold these bags any longer. I'll be honest with you. Crypto.com is green today. Yeah, I'm specifically thinking of those tokens here that I put on this thumbnail. Maker, Chainlink, Crypto.com. These are the tokens that I feel like we should be holding in this bag, So what do you guys think about dumping this Ontology bag? We got 425 Ontologies. It's about $460 worth. What do you think about swapping out this Ontology and buying Link or maybe Maker? And furthermore, it's like two tokens that I really want to dump here, Ontology and Wax. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, Wax is down. I like the concept of Wax, a gaming exchange, but, it's not really doing much. I see other tokens moving on the up and up, and that's what I'm considering. I got my Ontology in the Neo airdrop, but never heard anybody talk about it. Yeah, I know. Hold Ontology till it goes up. Don't lose that 20%, says Cali Green. I have been, though. I've been holding it, and it hasn't gone back up, It's been a while since we swapped out. And in the meantime and in between time, the other tokens that we've identified, they keep moving up, and the technicals look all right for them. The graph and the charts look all right. Although I'm not a charter or whatnot, I mean, it looks healthy. I place stops on all the trades so it cashes me out after an 8% dip, says Cali Green. So there you go. I mean, we could do that, but as far as this virtual portfolio, we don't have that automation. So it is what it is. So I'm really considering swapping out for Link. Let's look at the charts for these tokens that I'm considering swapping out into. Let me pull up TradingView over here. Specifically, first Link. Link has been moving, guys. And this is one that we originally have in our bag, but we dumped it thinking it was just a meme. Now I think it's going to be here to stay, and I think it could gain some weight. You could see Chainlink over here. It's still low, but I think the trend is upwards. And if you check out the technicals over here on TradingView, they're all signaling buy, as opposed to so many of the other altcoins. So it's looking healthy. You know, I like Link. I think below below $3 is okay. You know, it pumped to over $4 not too long ago, and I think there's still room to still grow. Maybe exchange your Ontology for Neo. I don't want Neo either. I don't want Neo. I'll be honest with you. We've already talked about the tokens that we're interested in. And we had a whole live stream this week about it. But just to give you a rundown, Maker, Link, Huobi, Crypto.com, maybe even some Litecoin, but Litecoin is looking bad. You know, we've talked about STEEM too, but STEAM's lost weight. But that's what it is. So Norm says, hey, Champagne, what's your go-to stable coin other than USD dollar tether? I don't use US dollar tether. I think that's funny bunny. The only stable coin that I seem to be okay with so far is the DAI token, which is, it seems to me like a decentralized stable coin. That's specifically why I'm even considering Maker right now. So if we don't have anybody objecting, I think I'm just going to go ahead and dump this Ontology bag and get Link, guys. And I may even dump this Wax bag and get Crypto.com or Maker. The only reason that I'm a little bit weary about jumping into Crypto.com right now is that it's really on the pump. If you check out the charts today, it's like one of the main pumpers. Let me bring it back out to Crypto.com. Let's check out the chart here for Crypto.com. CRO against Bitcoin. It's up 12% against Bitcoin. Look at this thing. It's on like the pump. It really pumped that. And this week, I told you guys, I've been thinking about it all this week. And furthermore, like about a month or two ago, I did a video called Masternodes. And I was thinking of getting an entire Crypto.com masternode when it was at 6 cents. Now it's 10 cents. And, you know, I was dancing and prancing. I'll be honest with you. I think Link is a solid project, but the buy-in point hasn't hit yet, in my opinion. Hate steep chart bias. Yeah, that's why I'm, you know, this Crypto.com chain is looking like a steep pump right now, so I don't know if about getting into it. But let me look at Link again. Let me bring back Link. See, this one is not on this on the steep pump today. You know, it looks like it could still go up. You know, it's not like, let me go back. I wasn't looking at it on the 1 day. As opposed to CRO. CRO looks, I mean, they both look good. How about Maker? Because Maker's sexy as well. Go back to the 1 day on Maker. 1 day, Maker's looking like a good buy as well. Right now, I'm going to be honest with you. Link and Maker are looking like the two. I think CRO is a little bit too pumped right now. Norm says, Champagne, look into No Limit Coin. They're staking. I have looked into No Limit Coin, and I haven't heard anybody talk about No Limit Coin in like 2 years. I thought it was a dead project. So unless someone else brings it up, I'm not going to look into it, Norm. I think Link is a solid project, but the buy-in point hasn't hit yet, says CryptoZilla. Yeah, we just said that. Anything Charlie Lee touches, dump, says Cali Green. That's funny. So yeah, guys, I think I'm going to pick up some Link. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to dump this Ontology. I'm going to pick up some Link here. So how much we have in Ontology? We have $460 worth of Ontology. I'm going to swap it out into Link here virtually. How much Link would that be? Like what? Like 150 Link? Let me check. If I put 150 here, how much is that worth? $435. So I could probably get more than. So I could probably get 160 Link. Bear with me. I'm doing this all by hand. This is virtual. We're not swapping on an actual exchange because these are not real tokens. In just a moment, I'll show you guys easy ways to swap out tokens if you should be doing this in real life. So Chainlink, if I got 160 to be about $464, so it's a little bit too much. So let's say like 158 Chainlinks, which should be 458. So it's like if I deleted this $460 of Ontology, swapped it out for $458 of Chainlink, that would account for some possible trading fees in real life. So remember, we're handling this like if it was real. So like, let me go ahead and stay. We're going to stay with 158 Chainlink, and we're going to delete this Ontology Boom. Ontology's gone. So we swapped out Ontology for Chainlink. Now the question is, should we swap out Wax or Theta? Should we dump this Wax bag or this Theta bag and get either Maker or CRO? Because I'll tell you, Maker is looking good. Queen says, I dumped the whole bag and go into straight BTC. Yeah, you know, that's always a possibility. But, you know, I'm doing this for entertainment purposes, and I want to have some altcoins here and educational purposes when it comes to the altcoins. So, you know, do something with the altcoins. But I understand where you're coming from, Queens. For those that don't want to trade or speculate, it's not a bad idea just to only hold Bitcoin. I'll tell you that much. That's why I have so much Bitcoin here on this portfolio anyway. Mr. Bozak said, would you add some Huobi token? It's definitely one that I'm considering. Let's pull up the Huobi charts here. Let me look at Huobi and see if it's on the up and up. We already have Binance, but you know, Binance is going to close its doors to U.S. customers, and there's going to have to be some alternatives in the form of exchanges. Huobi's one, KuCoin could be another one, but Huobi's maintained its price quite well. Currently $379. Does the chart look like death? No. Check out the 1 day. Looking all right. Let me check out Huobi over here. Huobi against Bitcoin. See what the technicals say here on TradingView. Strong sell. Let me look at the charts. Doesn't look too bad. But I'm not convinced that it looks any better than Maker or CRO at the moment. I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm going to put this one on hold. Right now, Maker's looking better, and so is CRO, if you ask me. Exchange your Ontology for EOS. No, I'm not going to do that. I already have some EOS actually in the real event. I don't think right now is the best time for EOS. It's not, like I said, it's not more attractive than Maker, CRO, or Link at the moment. 18% on the day. Nope. Project-wise, Theta has more backing. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of keeping Theta. People still cry over the voice flop announcement. Get over it. EOS is light years ahead in tech than others. I feel like Dan Larimer is from the future. I like EOS, and I've always talked about EOS. I got a bunch of EOS videos. I'm holding an EOS bag. At the moment, I'm not picking up more EOS, though. And to be honest, I'm not feeling the voice announcement at all. But that's not to take away from the EOS blockchain. There's plenty of other projects, and I do agree that the tech is... if any token is going to compete with Ethereum, it's going to be EOS. I'll tell you this much, though. I think that EOS is more centralized than Ethereum. Silver Crypto says, just stack the big bits. Why is this so hard? Nah, I'm not trying to make this hard at all. You know, I'm like I said to Queens, the reason I'm doing this is for entertainment and educational purposes, specifically with altcoins. But, you know, going straight bits is never a bad strategy. And in fact, I always say about 50% of the portfolio should be in bits anyway. And, you know, right now we got about 45%. CryptoZilla says Maker supply is a key point too. It's in value and in its value. Yeah, I know there's only 1 million makers. You know what, guys? I'm going to stop dancing and prancing. I think I'm going to go into Maker. I'm going to be honest with you guys here. The question is, should I dump Wax or should I dump Decentraland for it? Maybe Wax. Yeah, how about I swap out some Wax? So we got about $390 worth of Wax. How much Maker could we pick up with that? Like half a Maker? A little bit, like 0.6, 0.5, 0.6? Let me see here. That's what I'm going to do, guys. Maker's looking like a good buy today. Try 0.56. So 0.56 will be about $382. Wax is 390, maybe a little bit more than 0.56, like maybe 0.57. Yeah, I think it's a done deal, guys. Swapping it out for some Maker. 389. So yeah, that's good. So we're gonna go ahead and delete the Wax. So we'll take $390 worth of Wax and get $389 worth of Maker to account for any possible fees we would have incurred in real life. So let's look at our new bags over here, guys. Here's the portfolio's worth $26,131. This is a virtual portfolio that we've been managing since about February. We started with 10K. We're up. Okay, we got Bitcoin, Litecoin, Binance, Cardano, Monero, Theta, Chainlink, Maker, 0x, Decentraland, and that's it. Lucian says Ontology had 180 million units. They kept adding tokens into the markets. Now they almost have 600 million. Not good for the price. Yeah, I just dumped the bag. And Norm says, correct, but you can't vote out a block producer simply by votes if the public doesn't like them. Right, but not everybody's vote is equal. And there's a lot of whales already, and you can argue that there's collusion. But listen, I'm not against EOS. In fact, I have a bag of EOS. So I like all Larimer projects. I'm crazy about STEEM, EOS, and I like BitShares as well. But you got to call it how it is. If you're just tuning in, we just swapped out some altcoins in a virtual community portfolio that we've been managing here since February, where we started with 10K. Since then, we bought some of our favorite altcoins and done some trades. And today we dumped Ontology for Chainlink, and we dumped Wax for Maker, which we have identified this week as possibly better altcoins that they may perform better than the tokens that I just mentioned. So that's what it is, guys. And, I'm still questioning Theta in this, although Theta does have backing, I'll probably leave it. I'm also questioning Decentraland. I like the project. I think that there is promise in virtual reality, augmented reality, and blockchain and gaming, but I'm just not seeing anything extra coming out of this project. So I'm questioning whether I should hold this bag. Definitely Link and Maker are way more attractive. I think we're overexposed here with Litecoin. I think we have too much Litecoin. I would consider maybe moving Litecoin into another bag, or some of the Litecoin. I wouldn't get rid of all of it because I'm a believer with Litecoin. And then Cardano, we could, I don't want any more Cardano, I'll be honest with you. Norm's asking a good question. How high do you think Bitcoin's dominance will go before alts start their own bull run season? I think we're getting close. Right now, where we're at, we're like 65% the last time I checked. Let's go back over here to CoinMarketCap. 65.6. I mean, this thing could go to 70 maybe. I don't, some have said that it may go to even 80, but I doubt that. I think that, maybe 70%, or maybe we're topping off now, 75% is kind of pushing it, but it's still a possibility. I don't see, 80 I think is like the top, but the top may be even 65. How about you guys give your opinion here? Answer Norm's question. How high do you think Bitcoin's dominance will go before altcoins start their own bull run out here, guys? That's a great question. We may be getting close, and that's the topic of this week is like, altcoin season may be around the corner. Certainly said by Barry Silbert over here on FX Street, the head of a digital currency group. He thinks that they're positioned for a rally. It's starting to feel like it's time for the quality altcoins to begin catching up with Bitcoin, says Barry Silbert out of digital currency group. Okay, I think the bottom is in. The first digital coin has over 65% of the market right now, the Bitcoin dominance. So, I mean, it could gain a little more weight, 70% dominance, but we could be getting close. Now, the highest that I've heard is 80%, but I just don't believe that. Beans and Rice says 17K. I think he's meaning as far as a dominance in percentage. Shout out to Main Event. There's Steamosaurus out there. I see you, Main Event. Welcome back to the box. If you're just tuning in, we swapped out some altcoins in our virtual community portfolio. We dumped Ontology for Link, and we dumped wax for Maker. Yeah, drop a comment there. Let us know, how high do you think Bitcoin will go? How high do you think the Bitcoin dominance will go before the altcoins start their bull run? I think we're getting close. It's somewhere around 70%, give or take, plus or minus 4. I would say that's my answer. Somewhere around 70% plus or minus 4. So it could be maybe as high as like 74, or as 66, or where we're at 65.6, but somewhere around there. When Bitcoin finally stabilizes for a while, then the alts can make a real one. When Bitcoin shoots up or down, the money comes out of the alts. Absolutely, Mr. Bozak. I agree. Absolutely. That's why the altcoins are down. I mean, because Bitcoin's been performing so well. But I see this as an opportunity. I mean, I wouldn't dump all the bags into altcoins, but, identify those altcoins that could become boomers in the next bull run for the alts. And, right now it's looking like Maker, Chainlink, and CRO. Other ones that I like are Huobi as well. Shout out to Bart, Main Event, Beans and Rice, Norm, Mr. Bozak, and the rest of the pumpers out there. I would say, altcoin season could start around 70% Bitcoin, 70% plus or minus 4 Bitcoin dominance. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Richington. I see you. But I do agree with Mr. Bozak. Bitcoin needs to kind of find where it's going to sit at. And once it kind of tops off, then the altcoins will follow in the wake. So maybe, it could be like Beans and Rice said, it could be around 17K. It could be around 15K. It could be around 13K. But anything above 10K is looking good. And I agree with what Tom Lee out of Fundstrat is saying. These little minor Bitcoin drops that we're experiencing on the road towards all-time highs shouldn't bother us. Okay? They shouldn't bother us at all. And you can see he just tweeted this earlier today. Important to step back and focus on the bigger picture and long-term time frames on Bitcoin. Painful 2K drop in the past day, but partially due to the Fed Powell comments, Facebook Libra as well. But the drop is invisible in a weekly time frame. I agree. Bozak, there's also a time when Bitcoin rose, so did the rest of the market. Yeah, but I think at that point, people didn't know enough about altcoins to know that a lot of them are shitcoins. Now, I think those that are operating in the crypto space are a little bit more educated. You have a lot more institutions now, and they're a little more weary, and they're playing it safer and not going into so many altcoins. But that's still not to say that the quality altcoins won't find a bull run once Bitcoin kind of stabilizes. But we could be, it could go about 70% dominance, maybe 75%. I've heard 80% dominance, so I think that's a little bit too much. But, where we're at right now seems like we're getting close to a BTC dominance top. Drop a comment below. Let me know what's shaking and baking out there. We swapped the altcoins out today on our virtual community portfolio. Let me pull it up for you guys. You can see it over here. The bags are worth 26K right now. And this is what we're holding. Let me put up a pie chart so you can see our distribution out here, how our coins are spread. Of course, the majority of the bag always in Bitcoin. 53% in Bitcoin right now. Thought it was less. We got 17%, almost 18% in Litecoin. I think we're a little overexposed in Litecoin. We got 12% in Binance. We got Cardano in there.